Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Hey, what's up? We're going to manifest some more good stuff today. That's what we seem to do on Wednesdays. After a Tarot Tuesday rocks us and shocks us and puts us in our place and hands our ass to us on a platter, we really need to cushion that on hump day, midway through the week. We need to cushion our tarot reading with manifesting more good stuff. So today, I don't know what actually is going to be in store for us one bit. I don't know how this is going to work, but we are going to manifest more innocence. I know, don't laugh. We're going to manifest more innocence today because that's what was on the cue card. I've been following what I like to call the dragon butterfly deck. If you Google dragon butterfly deck, I don't know if you'll get anything, but if you Google, and why do I keep giving Google credit? Oh, that makes me, I hate it when I brand name. You don't have to use Google. I don't even use Google. I use DuckDuckGo, okay? But I don't ever say if you DuckDuckGo, dragon butterfly, I don't know what you'll come up. But if you use your preferred search engine of choice, hopefully not Google, and you put in enchanted blossoms, you'll come up with this really cool deck by Carla Morrow that has butterflies that look also like dragons. And this is the deck that's given me the curriculum for our Wednesdays. And last week we manifested more hope. Before that it was happiness. So you should be happy now, you should be hopeful. And now we're gonna, I don't know if we need to, we might self-reflect here. We're gonna manifest more innocence. So how will that benefit us? I think that's the first question on the top of my personal ego mind. I usually think of maybe when I've been innocent in my life, I almost automatically attach naive to that as well. Maybe a negative way, oh God, I was so naive, I didn't get that. But really it was my innocence, maybe, But so we got 3 cards. I actually had 3 cards with the word innocence on it, which kind of surprised me. We have the dragon butterfly card. We have a hedge witch priestess of innocence. That is the enchanted spell Oracle by Priestess Moon. And then we're going to end with a Ganesha, Whispers of Lord Ganesha by Angela Hartfield. So we have really 3 awesome cards. And twice in 2 of the cards, we're going to see daisies. Ganesha seems to be holding some lotus flowers in his trunk. He's on a really high perch. It's like you can see snowy mountains off in the distance. We have a beautiful daisy that the dragon butterfly, the peacock dragon butterfly is on. And then the priestess of innocence. You will like her. You will really like this card. She's wearing this pinkety pink, Pepto-Bismol pink. There I go, name branding. You know what? I haven't talked much this morning. I've been talking in my head for a couple hours, but then it occurred to me that I didn't even warm up my throat. Every conversation I've had has been inside, and my mouth, it's showing. Anyways, I'm brand naming again with the Pepto-Bismol. But if you know what Pepto is, you know what color pink I'm talking about. And that's what color her smock is, but it has a red edging to it. It's in red spirals on the chest. and the bottom's really cool too, because it like kind of cuts up inward, so it's got like side flaps to it. And the sleeves, you could not do dishes in this smock because the sleeves are long, dangly, and pointy. I love it. And her hair is red. And her earrings are blue spirals. And there's also a little light blue in this smock too. So the colors are fantastically innocent. And there are trees with fruit. There's spirals everywhere. There's tiny little trees. And she has quite an assortment of herbs behind her in this medicine wheel. She's got violet, mint, rose, daisy, poppy, apple, and pear. So is that just not the posse of innocence right there? Violets and roses for love, and mint, so fresh and fun and happy, and daisies and poppies for innocence, and pears and apples. I mean, it's really amazing. There's the female sign. There's some symbolism in the card. It's just a really beautiful, cute, sweet, innocent card. I love this card. I don't wear Pepto-Bismol pink, but this smock makes me wish that I could. It just makes me look ill. Like, I'm not making jokes or puns, but I'm just saying Pepto-Bismol pink, if I wear it close to my face, I look ill. Not in a good way. But I used to have a pair of shoes, like leather loafers, that were pink. And I wore them out. I mean, I wore them till they fell apart. Pink shoes. I loved them. If I ever see another pair of pink loafers like that, I'm getting them. They were so comfortable. All right, so that's what we're doing today. If you want to hang out with me. I did have a good laugh right before I pushed record on here because, okay, so I told you I started a blog for Herb Oracle. I'm going back. This is for my own personal entertainment, but I'm inviting you to join me on my blog, herboracle.blogspot, because that's fucking free.com. So this morning I open up my phone as I'm sitting down here to check the weather because I want to do some laundry today. It's going to be 90 degrees. I might as well use the resources and dry some towels. So I check my email too because I'm distracted at this point, and I get the summary because I subscribe to my own blog by email so I could see, like you should check up on your stuff, and and a lot of times that's how I might catch a typo, or I just want to make sure things are functioning. They are not functioning. So I get my episode 2 Dive Into Your Shadow blog post sent to me through email for Herb Oracle, and you can't read any of the text. So it looks okay on the blog with like the black background with the white font, but it just looks like a bunch of black lines in the email. So anyways, it's totally screwed up. So I guess I'll have to figure that out or change the blog layout. But that's what gets me with technological stuff. It's never quite right. Like they give you like a user-friendly blog template. It ain't. There's going to be something that ain't working, and you'll have to figure it out. But this is a pretty big thing because like who's going to I want to unsubscribe. There's an unsubscribe button for my own email update, and I want to unsubscribe because that is totally ridiculous. So anyways, I'll put my phone to the side and I'll worry about that later. Right now, I need to manifest more innocence. I was listening to one of the I Am Mastery audiobooks on YouTube, and it was talking about, using words of wisdom, and because you're becoming enlightened, your language is reflecting it. And I am very, very much aware of my potty mouth. And they were actually talking about that, how, as you increase your frequency, you use less and less lower density, lower frequency words, like curse words and stuff. But I was sort of thinking, like, does that really apply to me? Because a lot of times when I drop an F-bomb, I'm happy. I'm fucking happy about it. You know what I mean? But then a lot of times, like, I'm like, no, I'm like, maybe I should try to clean up my mouth, because I don't always really appreciate it when other people are using swear words, but of course they might be using them in a lower frequency kind of setting. So anyways, that sort of reflection is, I'm contemplating that today. And it kind of is tied into innocence, you know, because like, would a little child talk like that? Sometimes they innocently use a curse word, and it's so cute and funny. I specifically remember my Aunt Diane teaching me how to say the word shit. Now, why is that funny? Because my Aunt Diane was only 8 years older than me. Okay, Catholic families, what's up? So my mom was one of the oldest kids in the family, and my Aunt Diane was the youngest. So when my mother had me, my Aunt Diane was only 8 years old, because that's how big families work. Like, a lot of times the youngest kid and the oldest grandkid are pretty close in age. So she would have been like a preteen, thinking it was hilarious, you know, like a young teenager, me as like a 3, 4, or 5-year-old, to say the word shit. Probably also funny because I had a lisp, you know, so it was probably funny to see Thady swear. And so, in my own defense, I've been cursing for a long time, and my kids curse, use swear words, because that's just the way it is now, and it's really not a big fucking deal. But to some people it might be, and I know some people, my mouth probably offends them, and for that I apologize. But I'm pretty innocent in my use of it. Anyways, so are we ready to see what these cards say? Do you want to manifest more innocence? I'll be honest, I'm not completely 100% sold on it yet. Like, if it's like innocence of like unconditional love, yeah, I can see how I would want to manifest more of that, to be more loving. If it's innocence, to see the world through the eyes of a child, like on the bottom of the card of the Priestess of Innocence, there's all these white and red mushrooms, like straight out of a storybook. And that kind of is what this looks like too. Like, this could be the enchanted forest or garden. Like, it's very storybook, you know. So if a little more manifestation of innocence could help me enjoy life a little bit more, then yes, I would like that. Now, the innocence with Ganesh up there at the top, he almost looks to me like he's praying, like maybe his hand is up in prayer or a blessing. He's offering maybe he's offering unconditional love. So I'm really curious to what Ganesha has. That's the elephant-headed Hindu god, the clearer of obstacles, right? Like, maybe he'll show us what is blocking our innocence. That is our true state, right? Like, we are born innocent, and, you know, come at things from a sweet perspective. We basically unlearn innocence, and the daisy is going to remind us to maybe be more innocent. So yeah, I don't really know. Let's get into it. But before we do, okay, before we do that, let's do our herb of the week, hops, which it's also very innocent too in a lot of ways. Like, it just wants to be about celebration and generosity and celebrating all the good, right? Relaxing, resting. Like, hops sort of has an innocent vibe to it, sharing our prosperity from the heart, receiving in balance. It all feels like so fluffy, doesn't it? Opening ourselves to the abundance of the universe, being a channel for the universe, being an innocent, open-hearted channel for the universe. So yeah, hops definitely is certainly vibing with our manifestation goal today. So let's do our affirmations. 1. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our Herb of the Week hops, and I dedicate them all to you. Thank you so much. I am chill. I relax and know when to rest. I celebrate all the good that my life holds. I share my prosperity and give from the heart. I receive in balance. I open myself to the abundance of the universe. I am a channel for her expression. I am chill. I relax and know when to rest. I celebrate all the good that my life holds. I share my prosperity and give from the heart. I receive in balance. I open myself to the abundance of the universe. I am a channel for her expression. And so it is. There we go. Good job, everybody. Now, because every once in a while I like to tell you either what my tea bag quote was or a song that's really super resonating with me. As I'm trying to get into this vibration, this frequency of innocence, I think it's my newest favorite new song on my Spotify playlist. Spotify is not my sponsor yet. I am loving the song Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. I don't know, it's really happy, and it kind of gets me, it just instantly raises me and makes me want to dance 80s style, like Carlton off Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'd dance like that to it and put my arms up in the air and kind of just I look like the priestess in her Pepto-Bismol smock. She probably dances like that. So if you haven't looked up Blinding Lights by The Weeknd, feel free to. Here's do you want to hear real quick the newest 6 songs? Blinding Lights by The Weeknd, Super Lonely, the explicit version by Benny. Oh yeah, that's a good one too. For some reason, Thunder by Imagine Dragons popped into my head a week ago, and so I had to add that to my playlist. Paper Bag by Fiona Apple, because I'm reclaiming that song. And Fun by Cascade, awesome song. And then in 6th place, last but not least, is Boys by Lizzo. It's really, even after that, it's Harry Styles, Adore You. So actually, my playlist is pretty good, if I do say so myself. All right, so that's music. Now, Innocence. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the daisy and the peacock butterfly. Now, this has no coloring of a peacock feather, in my personal opinion, unless, of course, it's a brownish butterfly, brownish, reddish. Unless it gets iridescent in the sun, it's not what I would imagine the peacock butterfly to look like. It's way more earthy than in my mind, than what I would think, but it's still pretty. Okay, it's still very pretty. It reminds me almost of maybe a red jasper stone, or that deep blood red kind of vibe with some brownish. It might only seem purplish because it's on a daisy that also seems purplish. But yeah, it's not the prettiest. I'm not being rude. I'm just like a child saying what I see, right? The emperor in his new clothes, right? That it was the child that said, he's butt naked, right? So sometimes innocence is just saying, being observant, being honest, not in a malicious way, just calling it like you see it. Ooh, there we go. There's some innocence coming in, calling it like you see it. And just, being honest in an innocent way. And sometimes you can see children getting scolded, Henry, don't say that. Yeah, but Henry was just being honest. Leave Henry alone. All right, here we go. The playful and childlike daisy has been associated with children and motherhood for generations. Bouquets of daisies have been gifted to new mothers since the Norse times, with daisies being the sacred flower of Freya, a goddess of fertility and love. The word daisy is an evolution of day's eyes. Day's eyes. Daisy. An apt description for this flower that closes at night and reopens with the sun. So the daisies used to be day's eyes because they would open their eyes in the morning again. A plethora of sayings have sprung up regarding daisies. Looking as fresh as a daisy means you had a good night's sleep. Oopsie daisy. That's cute. That's something I would say. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy and other derivatives have evolved from up a daisy, a term that can be traced to the 1700s. The term was used to coax young children up after a fall, further tying the flower to innocence. So the child will fall down in the 1700s. He's learning how to walk up a daisy, up a daisy, up a daisy, and then it sort of morphed into the cutesy when a child would fall, oopsie daisy. Oh, I love it. Okay, so this card asks you to move through life with eyes wide, with innocence and wonder. So there's our motivation for manifesting more innocence, being able to move through life with eyes wide, with innocence and wonder. Give up thinking you know everything and experience life like it's your first time through. So yeah, that was actually one of the head cords that I cut yesterday in our Tarot Tuesday. We were all about cutting cords yesterday. And, thinking that we know everything is definitely a mental cord that we can cut now and let go of, because it actually weighs us down and makes us feel heavy in life. Whereas if we can go at each day, like this is the first time that we walked on this planet, we're seeing things for the very first time, we're looking at life with eyes wide, with innocence and wonder. When we can allow ourselves to experience things for the first time, even if we've done it 100 billion times, it really does help us enjoy life so much more. So Daisy and Innocence are suggesting to us that we spend a day not noticing the unconstructive things people do or the negativity in the world. Okay, rather make a conscious choice to see nothing but the wonderful things people do and all the beauty of the world. So yeah, it's kind of like looking through the world with rose-colored glasses, and we have rose on the next Innocence card. But it's like if you could just stop noticing the negativity in the world and instead see the beauty of the world, that would help manifest more innocence in your vibration, because you're seeing things, through the eyes of a child, wide with innocence and wonder. So yeah, that would definitely help you enjoy yourself more when you're looking for the good things and all the wonderful things people do, right? Really start to see the wonderful things people are doing. Marvel at the thousands of small miracles around you every day. Maybe it will be very helpful to spend time with some children so you can remember how the world looks through their eyes. Ain't nothing like a 3 or 4-year-old to just show you how to re-see the world. Like they're having fun. They find something like dumb to play with. Like, no offense, kids, but like, I don't even know how they think that's fun. but they'll find fun in like anything, right? Like throwing a stone in a bucket, right? Again and again and again and again, laughing, and when it falls over or where they miss it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, kids can do that. And every once in a while, like, I know I tap into that energy too. Like when I need to throw something away and I'm like, Aiden, hold open the garbage can lid so I can throw it in. Like, yeah, of course I could walk over and put it in like a civilized adult, but it's way more fun to try to throw it in, chuck it in there as far away as you can stand from the garbage can. Right? And then, you know, it becomes a game. So yeah, I mean, that like makes me think of like some like college minded frat boy that has a little basketball hoop above the trash can, right? Like, why? Or the recycling bins, because you should be recycling that paper. But it's like, why just put it in there when you can crumple it up and chuck it across the room? You know, it's like, maybe start doing more things like this. That, yeah, it's silly, but it's your life, honey. It's your life. You can enjoy yourself. So spend some time with kids if you need help remembering how to have fun, and observe them to see how the world looks through their eyes. You will discover so many wondrous moments around you when you watch for them. So yeah, that's another thing. We're missing thousands of small miracles every day because we're either too busy, or we're not looking for them, or we just don't prioritize marveling like we used to. So it's like, you know, look at the glistening dew on that morning grass. Look at the clouds in the sky. Look at the way things look. Look at the twinkle in somebody's eye, or just how beautiful the layout of the room is, or the sunshine coming in the window, or how nice the fabric of your shorts feel, or I don't know, like you can really, if you're looking for things around you that are beautiful and enjoyable and fun and small miracles, you know, like, yes, there's a cobweb there and you could be like, ugh, cobweb, I gotta knock that down. But if you really look at it, that there's a miracle in there of like geometry and just incredible creativity that spider did all night. Try to observe it and appreciate it before you knock it down. I mean, I know you gotta do your job, but you know, if you look for the beauty and you look for the amazing, cool things, you'll find them. You'll discover so many wondrous moments if you watch for them. So the daisy and the peacock, dragon, butterfly leave us with a question. How can I add a childlike innocence to my daily life? How can I add a childlike innocence to my daily life? All right, so think about that. How can you add more childlike innocence to your daily life? Just to go back to my music playlist, my songs, like it was nice for me to see that like my most current songs were more fun, more playful, more wanting to just be a little easier about it. Now as we went down the list, it was going to get into love and love gone bad. So I love it whenever I can see my Spotify playlist transforming a bit. You know, that's the one cool thing about the like songs list. You know, you can see like what your most recent song selections that you added to your liked list. And a lot of times I can see when things change in my life, the music changes too. Like pretty much always. When my life vibration changes, so does my music that I'm drawn to. So if you're wondering where your vibration's at, check out your Spotify playlist and see what songs, your most recent songs, are they of innocence? Are they of fun? Are they happy? Are they sad? Are they angry? Like your music is a good indicator. It can tell you a lot about yourself and where you're at. All right, so let's add more childlike innocence to our daily life by being silly, by having fun, listening to music, dancing, looking for the blessings, throwing our trash from across the room into the garbage can. Okay? So while I was having a little break there, my daughter showed me her glasses. She dropped them and broke them last night. So we'll be going to Walmart, to the Vision Center. I don't know if they're under warranty or what, but hey, we'll figure it out. Okay, so now let's go to the Priestess of Innocence. And this is the Enchanted Spell Oracle, Medieval Hedge Witch Magic. And Innocence, like I said, you'll love the card. It's so cute in a pepto pink kind of way. This Innocence card is all about sweet, gentle, worthy. So just let yourself fall into those feelings. Sweet. Sweet. No, really feel it. Sweet. Aw, sweet. Gentle. Worthy. Put your hand on your heart. Worthy. Sweet. Gentle. Worthy. So daisy. Chrysanthemum. The very soul of innocence. The humble yet beautiful daisy symbolizes summer meadows and happy-go-lucky days. Featured regularly in medieval artworks, daisies were thought to represent purity and grace. So purity and grace, soul of innocence, humble yet beautiful, happy-go-lucky. The presence of daisies in the home can bring a happy, playful energy, one that can lift a heavy spirit and bring a feeling of lightheartedness, until you see all them little tiny bugs that crawl all over them. So yeah, playful energy. So the symbolism of this card, the Priestess of Innocence, is enjoying being surrounded by nature in a wooden glen. She is dressed in a soft pink. And as she meditates, yeah, her hands are out to the side, her palms up, her eyes are closed. As she meditates in this wooded glen, a herb wheel containing daisies, violets, apples, poppies, roses, and mint circles her. They forgot to mention pear, but there's a pear on there, you guys. P-E-A-R, it even says it, pear. Above the priestess sits the crescent moon, surrounded by stars in the night sky. Her mind is pure and light, and she embodies the essence of innocence and goodness. So why would you want to manifest more innocence in your life? To get this state of mind that is pure and light. Pure and light. That you embody the energy of goodness, right? Goodness and a pure and light mind. So the divination for this card is when the Innocence card appears, it sends a gentle reminder that feelings of guilt are seldom helpful. So feelings of guilt, terrible. I always say it doesn't really matter what diet you follow, but guilt is the worst thing you can ingest. The guilt is the worst feeling you can put in your body. As humans, we are but flawed vessels, and we all make mistakes. Feelings of guilt and shame often settle in the sacral chakra and can weigh us down, stopping us from living a full life. So yesterday, for our Tarot Tuesday, the third cord that we cut was a sacral cord. So if this resonates with you, that maybe you have some weight, some type of negativity in your sacral area, maybe caused by guilt or shame, maybe do that layout that we talked about yesterday. Pull yourself a card, or just reflect like what kind of cords might be connected to your sacral area that like for instance, like, now, did I shame or guilt my daughter for breaking her glasses? No, because I know how detrimental guilt is. You know, accidents happen, right? I mean, granted, she is rough on her stuff, more than I've ever seen a human being be rough with their stuff. But you don't want to put guilt on somebody. It attaches cords to their sacral area. It can make them feel weighed down. And people do this to themselves. People don't even need somebody else to guilt and shame them. Like, they do it to themselves. So those feelings of guilt and shame that could settle in the sacral chakra, they could make you feel weighed down, and they could stop you from living a full life, a happy-go-lucky life. They'd make you tired. They just make you feel bad. So if you find yourself judging others on their life choices, if you find yourself judging others for their life choices, you may be projecting your own guilt onto them. Ooh, if you are judging other people, that could be you projecting your own guilt onto them. Going through life thinking you need to be punished or denying yourself the sweet things in life is rejecting the abundance available to us here on this earth. Innocence helps us to remember that we are all divine. We are all divine spiritual beings having a physical experience here on earth. We are meant to be here. No one is ever sent here by mistake. So it's like you're here for a reason, you're here for a purpose, and you are also here to enjoy the abundance on earth. You are here to relish and love the sweet things in life. Okay, you don't need to always be feeling like you need to deny yourself, be punished, like I'm not good enough, I don't deserve it. Like, you got to let go of this guilt and shame. You've got to. So however you want to do that's fine. Yesterday we just made intentions with our tarot reading to cut those cords that we have attached or other people have attached to us, or we feel, projected outward like that. I did that layout yesterday like 6 times throughout the day with different decks. I was so into the idea yesterday of cutting cords. And then, I did feel better this morning when I woke up. I had a different type of dreams last night, just a better vibe all around, clearing. I could see energy clearing. So there is a daisy ritual here. It's called 7 Daisies Ritual. Now, what's very interesting is yesterday was the 7th of July, 7/7. So 7s are big right now because that was a portal yesterday, an energetic portal. So it was a perfect day to do a tarot reading. It was a perfect day to cut cords, set new intentions, open up doors to new energy. And this 7 Daisies ritual is a powerful ritual to release feelings of guilt. Ooh, so if you are one of them guilty types, not that you are guilty, but you just always feel guilty. Like sometimes I'll jokingly say guilty, like, do you do that? Guilty, haha. But I don't really feel guilty too often, I don't think. I'll have to reflect on that, but yeah, guilt is a terrible feeling. Terrible feeling. I hate it. It's like the complete opposite of innocence. All right, so here's the 7 Daisies ritual. You take an A4 sized piece of white cloth. Is that like an envelope? I have no idea. 7 fresh daisies and a small clear quartz crystal. So take an A4 size piece of white cloth. You'll have to use your search engine of choice to figure that out. 7 fresh daisies and a small clear quartz. Place the daisies and the quartz over the cloth, fold it over, and sew up the edges of the material. This action will trap your feelings of guilt and low self-esteem, so that they may be taken away by the daisy's pure, innocent energy. The clear quartz crystal will clear up any residual negative feelings. Then you bury this package in your garden and feel any unhappy emotions drain into the earth. And that is the 7 daisies ritual to clear feelings of guilt and low self-esteem. So I like that. And even if you didn't do all that, you could focus on some daisies. You could say, please take my guilt away. Please take my low self-esteem away. Hold a quartz crystal, ask it to clear up any residual negative feelings inside of you, and visualize your unhappy emotions being absorbed and draining into the earth. So yeah, let the earth take it away. Let the earth take it away. Even in my Jesus book, I'm reading that Jesus book, Jesus Calling by Sarah something. Yesterday it was saying, like, Jesus was saying, like, when you get negative thoughts, don't feel bad about them. Just give them straight to me. And I just looked up and saw 1, 2, 3, 4. Give them straight to me. You don't need to feel bad about these negative thoughts. You need to just give them straight to me. Give me your negativity. Give me your worry. Give me your whatever, unhappiness, your guilt, your anything less than innocence, less than happy. He was basically saying, give it to me and I will take care of that. All right, so we're ending with Ganesha. Number 43, 4 plus 3 is 7. So 7 is big. 7's always big for me because it's my life path number. But 7 is big here. Well, it was big yesterday, and it's still big today. Okay, so innocence. Are we ready to wrap this up with Ganesha? Ganesha says, the simplest gestures of love and respect can prevail over even the toughest of hearts. So the simplest gestures of love and respect can prevail over even the toughest of hearts. So in this card, the lightness of the aura around Ganesha portrays innocence. Yeah, he is like faded, lighted. There's all this lightness around him, lightness of aura. That is his innocence. By being soft and still, you can give the universe the opportunity to assist you in creating your desires. Be willing to release any cynicism. Have you noticed yourself becoming increasingly critical over time? As you gather more experience, sometimes the familiarity of the situation can cause you to lose touch with your innocence. It is only natural to expect similar outcomes as you have had in the past when similar situations present themselves in your life. Don't forget, though, that change and transformation are always possible. So yeah, that's kind of what we touched upon. Initially, we unlearn our innocence, and yeah, we just become cynical bitches and judgment, and we project our guilt, and we just kind of are like, oh, we know how this is gonna go, because we just kind of get hardened. We get too tough. And I was just even thinking that to myself too, like this morning, like, I don't have to be like the toughest cookie anymore. Like, I don't have to, just because life has made me so tough, I don't have to always commit to that. I can lighten up a bit in situations and just relax, and like my body just feels like it's tired of being so tough. But this is talking about like, our heart space too, our emotional space, our judgment and cynicism. I'm so proud of myself for saying that word correctly. We get increasingly critical because we lose sight of our innocent, childlike, looking at the world in wonder type of vibration. So, but we can get back to this. It is possible. You can manifest more innocence in your life. So Ganesha says, you are being offered an opportunity to approach this situation with renewed peace. if you are making changes to your job situation, relationships, or even the direction of your life path, approach this with a sense of exploration and the excited curiosity of a child. Yeah, get excited about what's going on in your life. Be willing to let go, cut them cords, be willing to let go of the preconceived ideas that have developed over time in your mind. Allow your heart to be centered and in a place of peace. So every day you can call on Ganesha for guidance to renew your mind and refresh your thinking. With Ganesha's assistance, contemplate each situation you encounter and ask Ganesha to support you. So yeah, you can call on Ganesha, you can call on Jesus, you can call on the priestess of innocence, you can call on the peacock butterfly, you can call on pears, apples, poppies, daisies, roses, mint, violets. You can call on any support system you want to help renew your mind, refresh your thinking. With every situation, contemplate it, ask for support, pray for freedom from your fears, right? Pray for freedom from your worries, from your unhealthy obsessions that might control your thoughts and harm your soul. So if you see, okay, here I am choosing to be critical and negative and projecting judgment and shame and guilt and just, okay, please, I pray to be helped and freed from this unhealthy obsession or my worries or my fears or my negativity. Please free me from this negativity that seems to have me in a stranglehold all the time. I just want to be free from it. I want to have the freedom of thought. I want to be a thinker of for me. I don't want this negativity to keep on invading my mental space. It's just bringing me down. It's bringing my soul. It's darkening me. So pray for that. Pray for that freedom. Also, Ganesha reminds us to be accountable for your decisions and their results. Just knowing that you are responsible will assist you to take decisions seriously, and with greater consideration. So anyways, that's Ganesha's take on innocence. To renew our mind, refresh our thinking, get that peacefulness going on. So innocence and peace, they're very, very close in energy. That's why the priestess of innocence is meditating on that card, right? Ganesha is very peaceful. He's glowing whitish, he's like in a open-eyed meditative space. Even same with the peacock butterfly. It is on the daisies. It's chilling. It's meditating. It's feeling peace. It's feeling innocence. They're enjoying that now moment. They're enjoying life. They're being soft. Everyone on these cards are being soft and still. And that is a beautiful, wonderful way to let the pure energy of the universe come in you, and will help you be more innocent in your life every day. So there we go, manifest more innocence. I love that because it's like, in a way, we think of like innocent child as like almost having a lot of energy and being like, woo, we're gonna have fun and play. But it's also balanced out with this really peaceful energy too. Actually, the peaceful energy more with this innocence is what I'm feeling right now too. Just being like, say like you're just sitting in a nature spot or on your porch even, and you're really aware of the breeze and the flowers and the bees and the butterflies, and just kind of taking it all in. Yes, you've done that how many times, who knows, but just being in that current state of mind, that present moment, allows you to feel that peace and that pure energy of innocence. And from that state, yeah, you're enjoying yourself, you're seeing things for the first time, your eyes are wide open with wonder, you're feeling good, you're feeling loving, you're gentle and pure and still and really feeling good. And then, yeah, from that place, you can get into a peaceful, playful heart and really start living life without worry, without guilt, without feeling burdened down in that sacral chakra, and really start living from a place inside of you of pure peace and innocence. So on that note, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. I hope that something helped you today, and you walk away kind of contemplating and being open to the idea that you can add more childlike innocence to your daily life. Look for the good stuff. Look for things that are enjoyable. Make fun happen, and see what you can come up with. And if you can't think of anything, then just be still and be pure of mind and pure of heart, and manifest more innocence.